fall can be kind of a tough time to have blooms, things still blooming. For the pollinators, I'm just going to do a walk around my yard to show what I still have blooming right now in October. So this is my blue mist flower. Still have some blooms here that haven't quite faded. I've also got in this area obedient plant. So still some flowers on here. There's a pollinator, a couple pollinators, taking advantage of those remaining flowers. They are mostly done flowering at this point, but still a few left there. Up front here, I've got white wood aster that's still in bloom. My partridge pea is mostly done. There are a couple tiny yellow flowers that you can see here that are just finishing up, but that is mostly done for the season as well. The spotted bee balm isn't quite dried up yet. You can see still some of the flowers here. Heading over to the side here, this is my native coral honeysuckle. It's still getting some blooms on it. Got a couple over here as well that are open. This is not a native, but my zinnia here still has some blooms on it. You can see the different types of aster I have here. I know I've got panicle aster, aromatic aster, potentially some others thrown in here as well, but it's just a sea of tiny white blooms all over here. And the pollinators are really loving these right now, especially the bumblebees. It's funny to watch because they are so heavy, they make the flowers kind of bob up and down as they are trying to pollinate. But lots and lots of pollinators right now in there. This taller one here is my late boneset. It looks like it is mostly finished up right now. I've also got some flowers still on my sneezeweed here. So for the most part, these are wrapping up, but still definitely some flowers there. My heel awl is still blooming a little bit. It's kind of gone through some phases. There are lots of dead seed heads here, but again, still some blooms. This is my New York aster that's got a couple flower heads still left on it as well. More of my tiny white asters here. Had a tiny white aster that has spread. Some more of that over in this area. I've got my black-eyed Susan has thrown out a little bit of new growth and has a couple tiny flowers on it there. Back behind me here, there's a couple flowers left here on this New York ironweed, but mostly it is dried up as well. The white snakeroot here is just finishing up. Got a couple flowers there that aren't completely dried up yet. And then walking around here. Got some blooms still on my blue lobelia here. Got a little skipper on there too. Enjoying the blue lobelia. Another view of all the tiny white asters. Some of the white asters also migrated over here, and they are blooming in my overgrown area that needs to be taken care of. Got one other one right over here. And in this area, I had another white aster migrate. This is actually a non-native aster here called Tartarian aster that I planted before I realized it was not native. But it has had lots of pollinators on it still, so still a good source for my late season pollinators. Now I saw another one over here. I had a monarch that was just hanging out while I was working in the yard on this for about 4 hours the other day. My native New England asters here are mostly dried up, but there are a couple little flowers left. But that one mostly dried up. Heading back this way. These are not flowers, but my beautyberry has its white berries on it right now. I didn't realize this was a white berry variety. I was a little disappointed. I was expecting the bright, vibrant, pinkish purple berries. Kind of a cool plant here, and I just got another one that I planted that I'm hoping will have the pinkish purple berries in future years. Back in this corner, little pop of yellow here. This is Maryland golden aster. Got some baby blue mist flowers back here that are just finishing up. This is gray goldenrod. Still got a little color here, but it is mostly dried up at this point. Another white aster that migrated back into this corner. And this is all pretty much done. I have had a couple new blooms back here on my cutleaf coneflower. For the most part, this is finished blooming for the season as well. And I want to show you as well, the last thing here is my pink mullygrass. It's starting to get some of its little pink flower heads. It's really hard to see here. They're just kind of wispy at this point, so it's not super easy to see on video. I've had a couple over in a corner in that bed that haven't gotten very showy, but I've seen some of these when they're in a spot where they're really happy, that get really big pink blooms on them and look really beautiful. So I'm hoping maybe these two new ones that I planted will put on more of a show this year or next. But that is everything that I've got blooming here in early October.